Bitcoin a little frozen under that 30,000 barrier. A place that had been holding on now breaks, but not exactly fireworks just yet. Scott Bauer, CEO of Prosper Trading Academy. Should we expect some fireworks?
You know, not only is Bitcoin frozen, I think maybe some of the hodlers are frozen here too. 28.8 or so is really the next level for some support, but this is about as bearish sentiment, Oliver, as we have seen in a really, really long time here. There's a fear index out there that anything below 20 really is it's almost like an RSI, where something is really oversold. That's the fear index there as well. And man, oh man, it's trading about 18 right now. So there is extreme fear out there in the crypto space.
So what does that fear mean? I mean, the dippers and the hodlers are, what do you think, Scott, looking for, they just accepted that this thing's going to break already? Does that limit the downside? Or how do we kind of go about assessing what comes next in a juncture that we haven't been at Bitcoin in some time, really? It kind of reminds me of 2018 coming off the top when that bouncing ball kept getting lower and lower and lower around 6,000, and then eventually it broke, and it seemed like you could see it coming from a mile away, but it still broke fast and furiously.
Well, kudos to you. You did see this one, a mile away. You've been on this for months here about this break. It's really, like you said, we haven't seen this in a few years, and I'll be honest with you, it can go either way here. If you look at just, again, that oversold nature, that fear index, kind of when you look at that in general with any asset class, that's typically a time you want to buy, right? You want to buy when others are fearful. I mean, that's an old Warren Buffett, credo. And I don't know if that's the case here with Bitcoin. I know I certainly don't want to buy it right here. Do I want to dabble if it gets down to that 28.8 level? Maybe a little, but I would feel better, quite honestly, buying it on the way up if we rallied back to, 32, 32.5 or so. The Bitcoin market dominance is now below 50% for the first time in a long time. It sits at about 46%.
That's right.
And is all this, is this based on, all the China crackdown news on mining and crypto bans, or is it just, has crypto kind of fallen out of favor, which could be, some of the sentiment as well?
Now, Scott, how do you go about thinking of kind of like regime change for Bitcoin? And generally when this thing is uptrending, every dip is a buy. When it's downtrending, it seems like every rip is a sell. Is there an area that looks like a point where you got to at least try to buy the dip on this if it does break?
Yeah, I mean, that 28.8 is the next one, but honestly, below that, it's right around 21,000. There, I'd actually go in. I'd be a big buyer down there. That's a huge move. We're looking at, another 20%, 25% almost if it got down there. What's really odd also, Oliver, is for the first time in a really long time, if you look at the futures market here, the futures going out are lower than spot right now. So you can go out to October, November, and the Bitcoin futures are trading lower. So again, maybe that just coincides with the complete bearish sentiment that is out there right now. And, perhaps that is a buy area here, but, in an asset class like this that we really still don't know how it trades, right? We've talked about for so long, is it tied to gold? Is it tied to risk appetite in the equity markets? And we've seen it disconnect in just every which way. So we really don't know. I'd rather buy this at 35 right now than right here. I'm not buying at 28.8, which is that next level. 21, I'm buying big time.
And the approach that you take with that, just to iterate, when people might go, wait, hold on, he wants to buy it at 35, not 28. I mean, that's a very kind of pure technical way to approach this. For a momentum asset, you want to buy when momentum's building, not deteriorating.
Absolutely. And the new resistance levels are probably 31 and 32, but I don't trust those. I don't think there's going to be enough momentum at that point. But if we do get up to that, it's like 34.8 is really the number or so, then I would trust that momentum. Then I would trust that technical indicator there, and you hit the nail on the head. I think there's still the downside pressure is there, and I just don't see a reason to buy it at this level right here.
Okay. Scott, like the take, makes sense. Appreciate it. Good stuff. Mr. Bauer, CEO of Prosper Trading Academy. BTC, just all quiet, down 3%. Been there pretty much all day.